Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review of You, Me, and My Ex, Season 1, Episode 9, Explosive Ending.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop boop.
aunties and everybody needs.
You can make this up.
Now, you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and uncles, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Welcome back, everybody. And this is Auntie. And if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. To all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. And to all of my nieces and nephews and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate this episode of You, Me, and My Ex, Season 1, Episode 9, Explosive Ending, Season Finale, I would have to rate this episode a C minus. And the reason why I say that is because they left out a couple, and some of the endings just weren't quite the way that I wanted them to be. So let me see if I can take this off so you all can see this lady. No, I'll leave it up there. So this couple here, you all know that they have been just all over the place. Josh, Jennifer, Danielle, and Chantel. Yes, Deidre, I have cooled off. I've even had dinner because I got a doctor's appointment, believe it or not, tonight that I gotta go to. So anyway, but yes, I have got myself together. So I see that someone has already given this a D. I gave it a C minus, so I guess we both the same. If you want to put what you would have rated this episode down in the comment section, please feel free to do so. I just okay. So anyway, the first couple I want to talk about is this couple, and as we know, Miss Lady in the yellow had the baby. She had 3 days of labor, only to have a C-section. She developed toxemia and had to have the baby. And so we have been following this couple the whole season, and they have not come to a conclusion or an agreement on what part Josh is going to play in this relationship. And so they have the whole family there because the baby is coming home, including the grandparents. And they are having a conversation about Josh's role. Josh sees the baby, and of course he becomes emotional because he said, although he is the biological father to this baby, he is not daddy. And they are discussing, when and how to tell the baby about Josh's role in this relationship, whether or not he's daddy or not. Now, Jennifer and Josh, of course, and Daniel, they all got kids, right? And so everybody calls Josh daddy. And now they have to make a decision on what happens if this baby, who will be going around the family, will also call Josh daddy. And Josh is right now saying that he isn't fazed by that. But Daddy O was like, this is going to affect him. And I totally agree with him. This is going to affect him in the long haul. and it's going to affect the family. Now, Jennifer says that if the baby calls Josh daddy, and I guess maybe if he answers to it, there's going to be an issue. But at the end of the day, this dynamic is already confusing as it is. And so to chastise Josh if the baby decides to call him that is crazy. The grandparents, were talking about how um, Josh's mom was talking about how, they love Chantel, and they want her in their lives, and they accept her as part of the family. I don't believe that. I believe that this is going to be an issue in the years to come. I'm wondering whether or not this couple is going to come back. Basically, they just want to know what the roles are, and they should have defined that. That should have been actually in a contract. And I know that they're family and all of that kind of stuff, but some things you have to put in writing, and you need to, make sure that all parties involved actually sign the document so that it becomes legal and binding. They don't live in the same house together, thank God, but I see this being an issue going. I'm going down the road. I really, 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 really do. The next couple that I want to talk about is Alex and Caroline. As we all know, last week Alex proposed to Caroline, and I'm going to put a link. I'm going to put an end in. I'm going to put a link at the end of this video so that you can see the interview that I did with the two of them. Alex and Caroline are now having a housewarming party because they want to announce to the family that they are indeed engaged. And so all the friends come over. They have a nice little sweet buffet and all that kind of stuff. Everything looks beautiful. And so they're in the kitchen and they're talking to everybody. Alex's sister comes in and she is pregnant, Sister Tiffany. And congratulations to Tiffany. I believe that she's had twins. So congratulations to her. But she comes in and everything, and everybody's excited. And Alex is like, it's time for you to say something because it's becoming pretty obvious that the ring is showing. And so they thank everybody for coming there. They tell them that they did not buy a cat, that they went cat shopping. They did not buy a cat, but they did get engaged. And so, everybody is shocked, including Caroline's mom. And she, in her confession says that she's very happy. She is still perplexed about, Alex being gay and having a relationship with a man prior to his relationship with Caroline. But she says, as long as you make Caroline happy, I'm good to go solo with this, right? And so, what a tangle where we weave. I'm hoping that the two of them are really happy. Alex and Caroline like to say things to her mom to kind of shake her up and everything. And, she asked about the wedding, and he said that he had picked out the dress and everything. All everybody has to do is show up. So this is their way of making a dig with mama, right? And so I thought that was cute. Tiffany, Alex's sister, and Caroline's mom are born on the same day. They're both Geminis. And so they have something in common. Tiffany mentioned that when, they announced that they were engaged, that she could tell that Caroline's mom wasn't ready. Whether she's ready or not, okay, they are coming. At the conclusion of this, they indicated that Steve is out of the picture. He has moved into his parents' house. He's living, I guess, somewhere in the basement. And that they have reduced the amount of time that they are spending and talking with him. So I thought that was, a really nice conclusion for the two of them. During the interview, I asked them if they were coming back. And I really do hope that they come back because I thought that they were good for the show. and all that. So let me see. I don't think that I have. Do I have a picture of this other couple? Let me see. For some reason, I couldn't find it last week, and it looks like I can't find it again this week. So we're going to put this one on. But the relationship with Roy, John, and little girl April. April and John are now having a wedding ceremony. They are already married to one another, but they have made a decision that they made a decision at that time that they were not going to throw it in everybody's face, that the relationship was very complicated. It was a whole bunch of going on. And so they made a decision that they was not going to get married in front of everybody. Thank you so much, Beverly calling for the 9.99 super chat. Auntie, thank you for being so raw. Thank you, boo. Love you too, Beverly. And so, she, had asked Roy when she had made a decision that she was going to have an actual ceremony. She asked Roy if he would be there. Roy told her no. And so she has decided to go on with everything. She has John's wife as the cotton freaking maid of honor, bridesmaid, whatever you matron, a girl. And so this is the day of the wedding, and she looks absolutely beautiful. And I was shocked to see that John was actually a military man. Now I knew Roy was, but I did not know he was. So when he came down in his military uniform, I was like really, really shocked. I don't know if y'all were, if y'all had already known about this. Let me know down in the comment section. But anyway, so she marries him and all of that kind of stuff. And then Roy shows up for the reception. He did not feel like it was comfortable for him, with all her family and friends and his family and friends, for him to be there. But he wanted to come to the reception because they have children together. And so he decided that he would fly in from California to attend the wedding. Strangely enough, at the end of the reception, Roy goes over to talk to his daughter, and then next thing you know, here comes April. And so April, asked her daughter to excuse herself so that she could have a conversation with Roy. During this conversation, her and Roy began to talk about their past relationship and their marriage. And she was saying that, she had been fighting the whole time for her relationship with Roy, but that, her father had died and Roy was just emotionally unavailable to her. And so, she was saying that she felt like she was a victim in his story. And he was saying he apologized for that, being in his feelings, coming back. He said that the thing that made him angry and withdraw was that he felt like he didn't have an opportunity to fight. Because as we all know, he was deployed during the time that she was having her extramarital affair with her next door neighbor who was coming over and cutting the grass. So he felt like he didn't ever have a chance to fight for it. She said that she absolutely loves Roy and that she will always love Roy, and she cannot even imagine a life without Roy. Bitch, I said, you know what? She still got the feels for him. So after Roy sat there and confessed and, said that he, recognizes his fault in this, that this all wasn't her and all that kind of stuff. Thank you, Madonna Knows, for the 9.99 super chat. Auntie, I have been so stressed with family and work issues. Your lives help keep me sane. Love you. Madonna, I'm hoping that things will get better, honey. I'm hoping that things will get better. And I'm so glad that we have provided a family and a YouTube channel where you can come and stay sane. Okay? I know how that is. We are all struggling. And I know, that things will get better. Just remember that this too shall pass. Okay? It shall pass, Madonna. Thank you so much for the super chat. April, as when Roy walks away, he drops his dime and he, tells her how he felt about everything. Now she's saying she's second guessing that maybe she jumped into this relationship with John, and I'm thinking to myself, "Oh my God, are you going to drag this man um, through a separation, through a divorce, through a relationship, through a cheatership?" Through like what are you prepared to do, April? At the end of it, they say that April and John, are married. They all still coexisting, but that April is now taking many, many friendly flights out to California to be with Roy. She was second guessing this. And it's amazing because all it took for Roy to say is "I'm sorry" and take ownership. She could have had that conversation with him many times before she started fucking the lawn guy. Like and I don't understand. Like I didn't understand this, and I know in a heated moment, she was on some get back time and she felt lonely because he wasn't mentally and emotionally there for her. But girl, now you're married. You didn't had a ceremony, and now you make a decision that you want to try it out with Roy. Girl, this is girl. What a tangle where we weave when we choose to deceive. But they may be back next season. We'll see. The last couple that I want to talk about is Kay Lovely and Jerry and Jessica. They he absolutely used Kay Lovely, in my opinion, to try to get back with Jessica. I think I mentioned that in last week. Jessica, of course, Kay Lovely left the home, the cabin that he wanted her to stay in. She comes back and she says that she had to do another 14-day quarantine because she, left. And now they're supposed to be doing their final interview. So she decides that she wants to wear something that makes a statement. It made a statement cheap and tawdry. Hey, lovely, the outfit wasn't cute at all. It wasn't hot. It wasn't sexy. You just had on some bright, sunshiny faux leather pants. Like you looked a hot mess. Love you, boo. Like you really, really did. I just was like, okay, well, I guess I don't fuck it. I don't know. I ain't even gonna try to act like I can figure this out. So anyway, she decides that she's going to come in and she has some balloons. She's using the balloons in order to not strike any of them because she's so angry. And so she says that she has these balloons in order to punch them when she feels like punching Jessica or Jerry. They are toying with her emotions. They are saying and not saying things to her in order to get a rise out of her. And she is not smart enough to realize that this is what the fuck is going on. I was extremely disappointed in her behavior because she, said that she wanted to talk and she wanted to talk about her experience that she had written down and she wanted to read it off the paper. And she began to read it off the paper. She started off by calling them imbeciles, which I thought was just very immature. And she said that Jerry didn't have any compassion, that he was a liar, all that. Then she said imbecile too. She called Jessica manipulative, a liar. There were so many other words she could have used because for the most part, Jessica was, just extremely passive aggressive, very manipulative. Um, she said that Jerry, allowed Jessica to control his every move, which made him weak. And she really believes that the two of them are not divorced, that they are still married to one another. And they laughed her out of town. Jerry indicated that Jessica and the children had, mentioned some things about her. Jessica accused her of having multiple personalities. And Kay said this is not a multiple personality. This is a woman who's angry, who gave up her life, her job, her being around her family and her friends only to be jerked around. And I think that that's valid. But when you do it, Kay, you gotta try to take the emotions out of it. When they said something, she got to popping the balloons. It just was very immature. And what you really wanted to say didn't land. It did not land because you were too emotional and your thoughts were not well written out. Jerry says that he enjoyed the time that Jessica. So Kay Lovely leaves abruptly and in anger, and she goes outside. Wait a minute, before she went outside, she starts stepping on the balloons in the house, looking so stupid. Then she goes outside. She throws the flowers at the cotton freaking door. I guess they must have gave her flowers and wine. And she takes the wine bottle and throws that on the ground. At the end of the day, that did not affect them. It just made what they thought about you right. It made what they thought about you right. You acted like the stereotypical, what she say she was, Puerto Rican. People put women in boxes anyway, especially women of color. And she played, in my opinion, right into it. She made Jessica look like the bigger person. And as we know, Jessica's not the biggest person. When they said that Jessica, and I don't mean no harm, when they said that Jessica moved back to Utah, I said, there you go. There you go. There it goes. And that ain't everybody, but there is a history with Utah and people of color. It is what it is. And when they said that, I said, she didn't have a fighting chance because of the color of her skin. Her skin color disqualified her. From being taken seriously. In my opinion. He sits there at the end once Kay Lovey leaves, and he says that they ask them whether or not they think they can get back together. He says that, he'll never say never. And she says she's happy with her life just the way it is. And she went on back to Utah, and now he's dating another woman online. I think that he truly, because he had asked her, he made a statement and said that he asked her, have the children said anything to you about our relationship and us being in the house together? She said, no. Why did they say something to you? And he said, yes. And he started talking about how, the kids want their parents together. In my opinion, Jerry totally did this to spark something between him and Jessica. But Jessica seems like Kay Lovey said, just a cold broomstick. Just a cold hearted, manipulative, woman, in my opinion. So this episode, while I love Alex and them, that's the only reason why I didn't get a flat out F for my ass today. Gotta see minus. Because there was some underlying things that was going on with Jessica and probably in that house. Exactly. Between the gaslighting and the clear colorism racism was disgusting. Yes, Sila. Yes. In the quarters. She had to be in a quarter. She couldn't be in the bed with him. That speaks volumes about Jerry. And absolutely they wouldn't answer it. But anyway, y'all, I got a doctor's appointment that I got to go to. And I thank you all so much for being here. When I return, we will be doing our review on Love in Paradise, the Caribbean. Thank y'all so much for being here. And again, let me know in the comment section if this show comes back, if this is a show that you would like me to continue to review. Love y'all.